But now you can even argue if you as a country, if you abandon the gold standard, it's your own problem, because then your currency is getting less stable and maybe you are getting more inflation, as Luba mentioned before. But in the end, it's the problem of your own country, of your own economy. But now the situation after the Second World War is slightly different, because then as mentioned before, a new standard was required, a kind of a reserve currency was demanded by the world. But then it wasn't implemented as a neutral currency as proposed by Keynes or some economists back then, but rather the US was the most powerful country and kind of the winning party after the Second World War. And they managed to establish the US dollar as a reserve currency. And suddenly the situation was completely different, because as a global reserve currency, not just the US was depending on this US dollar, but also the rest of the world. And I believe this was a real game changer in the way how currencies used to work. And the reserve currency was actually bound again then to the US dollar in order to make sure that this reserve currency can actually be exchanged by the various countries using this reserve currency and exchange it into gold at some point. But as we know, it came differently again.